AJ was unconscious, especially in the second half.
Yeah, he took over the game, I thought, and not only just shooting the ball, but passing the ball. And told me at halftime, and I haven't heard anyone say this to me since Mike Glover, "Don't worry, Coach, I got you, we got this." And I thought that was a big time, move by an upperclassman who's been playing as well as him, and he had a tough game last game, and he still felt that confident coming in, so I love that.
Do you have a problem with him starting slowly and shooting as little as he did in the first half?
I'll be honest with you, they're going to key on him early, and I thought I had more of a problem with other guys passing up open shots, because I thought that those guys we put out there can shoot. Why are they deferring at that point? Come out and do what you do. Make or miss, I'll live with that, but let's put them up on him there.
Is he deferring by just because that's the way the game flows?
That's the way we play.
He's doing that in the first half.
Yeah. You know what? It all just depends on who's open. We really teach the open guy gets the shot, so it's not about AJ or Dave or Isaiah. It's about who's open for our team and get that open man the shot, because we feel that we have 5 guys that can make shots out there. And if we're going to be good, it's got to be about 5 guys, not about 1 or 2.
Gave you credit for making him into a better point guard.
Flattery will get him everywhere now.
It's all like the IQ keeps going up and up for him.
What I love is his passing IQ is getting better and better, and I thought he made a good adjustment today where early I thought he was forcing the issue into crowds, and he made the adjustment and didn't do that in the second half and had a bigger second half. And what I think he's learning is whenever he kind of just lets it come within the flow, he's a better player. But he's figuring out where guys are when he's coming off ball screens and people are doing stuff and just reading, and his vision, I think, is getting better and better, and he puts a ton of time and effort into it. He deserves it, and he works really hard.
Coach, you see a little Sean Armand in him from last year, especially with coming up with these big assist games as well as scoring?
Very, very different players. Sean can shoot the ball with range. AJ's range is extending out in here there, but Sean was a shooter. Sean wasn't a distributor like that.
Did you have pretty good confidence at halftime that you guys were going to be able to push the ball a little more in the second half?
Well, again, I think it all stems with how we played and how guys passed things up early, but we didn't get shots up because we threw it away. We were I think the ball was sticking in the first half. It's like the term we like to use when guys are getting it and measuring things up every single catch. And that's not how we play. And I thought the second half we did a much better job of flowing, but I also think it all started with our defense. In the second half we actually defended and played with a lot better effort. And to me, if you play good D, it's going to lead to good offense.
You got fired up particularly on one play with Kelvin. It was maybe a jump ball or something that you had thought. But
oh my gosh, they called a foul on Kelvin on there?
Or a foul, yeah.
I'm not allowed to comment about that call. But
do you think that fired up the team that responded from that afterwards?
You know what? I just love the hustle. So I think anytime someone hustles, it fires your team up.
How about Isaiah Williams, who made a couple of threes and made a big defensive stop early in the second half to get the run started?
Yeah, I think he did a real good job from Ryden Hines. That was a big part of that when he came in as well. Gave Dave a few minutes, and Ryden, I think we went from 4 down to 5 up within a minute or 2 once we made that substitution. We just got some fresh legs. He knocks down a 3, grabs a couple of rebounds, gives Dave a chance to kind of catch his wind and come back in and do what he does in the end of the game.
Coach, what did you see in that run tonight where you go from a tie ball game to up 10?
Actually, you know what? It was interesting to see that our team could do that, and because of the way they played on the defensive end was the reason for it. And I just like the fact that they started trusting each other again in the second half by sharing the ball better. I really wasn't happy with either end of the floor in the first half.
It seemed like when Casimir and Muhammad went in the first half, and towards the end of the first half, you got a lot of energy and you started to turn the game around.
Ibn Muhammad really brought the energy for us. He started putting some defensive pressure on their guards, and they weren't as comfortable out there with the ball any longer, and forced the issue a little bit. And I thought that energy kind of carried over into the second half.
After this hard-fought victory at home, what do you take from it moving into Niagara and Canisius this weekend?
I take if we don't play like we played in the second half for 2 halves, it's going to be a long trip in Buffalo.
Players say you like going up there and enjoy the competition.
That's why we coach, and that's why they play.
Good guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations.